Hello and welcome to another interesting tutorial on how to cut this beautiful stylish gathered gown, as you can see here. So guys, today is gonna be the drafting and the cutting. I'm just going to be teaching about the upper part. I'll be focusing on the upper part, please, because the down part is very easy. So I will be showing us on how to cut the upper part, which is the front and the back. So guys, please just pay attention. I will be showing us how to do this. If you're interested, keep watching. Now guys, I have my pattern paper and I folded it up. As you can see, it's on fold. I folded it up. I am going to go ahead and start my measurement shoulder divided by 2/8. I'm going to mark there. Now I'm going to place my tape like so to get my shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust, and shoulder to the or half length, which is the shoulder to waist. So my waist measurement is 16. I added 1 inch, making 17 inches. I'm going to rule all the lines across horizontally like this. After that, I'm going to go up from the bust point, mark 2 inches to get my chest line, and I will rule the line like this. Like I said, I'm going to be teaching on the front and the back. Please, the down part is very easy, which is the gathered part. So I'll be focusing on the upper part. Now I am drafting the front. So the neck width is going to be 3 inches for the front, and I'll come down on the shoulder with 1 inch for the shoulder slope like this and connect it. I'm not going to be marking the neck depth for now. I'll just leave the neck depth for now. I'm going to go ahead and input my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2 4. I'm going to mark 4 inches from the chest line down to the half length. After that, I'm going to go ahead and connect it like this. So guys, this style has a princess that line. So I am going to be drafting the princess dart like this. Now on the under bust, I'm going to be marking out 1.5 inches. If you're not too busty, just mark 1.5 inches. On the down part, I marked 1.1 inch. Then this particular side right now, I am marking out half inch. So I'll connect the line from the under bust to the waist, and to this side the half inches I mark, I'll connect it from the under bust down to the waist like this. Now after that, I'll be using my curve ruler to curve it from the under bust to the bust point like this. I have a tutorial on a proper tutorial on how to cut princess that busty. You can watch it if you are not if you are confused on this, but this is just another simple way to make it very simple. Now from the shoulder, from the armhole length, I'm going to come down with 4 inches and I'll mark. Then after coming down with 4 inches, I'm going to be placing my ruler like this. It's not gonna be too curvy. I'll just connect from that 4 inches on the armhole down to the chest or line to meet the bust point. Then from the 4 inches, I'm going to come down with 1.5 inches. You can come down with 2 inches, okay? But I came down with 1.5 inches. That 1.5 inches I came down with, I'm going to be going out to mark out 1.5 inches, because I have if I didn't replace it, it's going to be short in there. So I will mark out 1.5 inches like this place right now, and I'll connect it straight up to meet the bust point and blend it a little. So this 1.5 inches I have marked out. I am going to, like, you know that I have not curved out my armhole. After carving out my armhole, though it's not that necessary, I'm just making it for us not to be confused. After carving it out, I'll measure out 1.5 inches on the down part and place my armhole curve to curve out a new armhole. So this one right now is going to be the new armhole, okay? Hope you understand what I'm saying. I'm just trying to blend that place a little. I hope my explanation is clear and I am not rushing it. Now I'm going to go ahead and input my measurement, my bust divide by 4 plus This dart leg, I'll measure out the dart leg and plus seam allowance. I'll bring it down to the bust point. Now on the under bust, I'll put down the under bust measurement divided by 4. I'll calculate the allowance that I have on that leg. I'll put it back plus my same allowance. Okay, same things goes to the waist. I'll put down the waist measurement, then measure out what I have on the that leg plus my same allowance. I'll just connect it. Just cross checking to know if I'm on the right part. After that, I'll connect it across like this with my ruler. Remember, I'm still drafting the princess that bust here. You can actually pad this up if you want, depending how exposed your cleavage is, the center style is. Now to get the front style, that style that is on the front, I'm going to measure from the shoulder. I'll come down with 7 inches depending on what you want. I'll just mark it with my pencil. Then I'll be marking 3 inches horizontally, like the neck width is 3 inches. I'll connect it from that 7 inches upwards like this. After marking the 3 inches, I'll just rule it out with my pencil, though I am still going to outline it with my marker. Okay, I'm just connecting it. I came down from the shoulder with 7 inches. Okay, so I'll mark that place that I came down with. Now the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to mark on the down part. I'm going to come up here with 1 inch from the down part. This is the center line of this front. I'll come up with 1 inch on the down part here like so. Now from that place that I stopped beneath the 7 inches, I'll be marking 1.5 inches. From that 7 inches I came down beneath it, I'll mark 1.5 inches to meet the 1 inches I came up from the down part like this. From the 7 inches, I am going to mark 1.5 inches inward. You can see that I just rule it out with my ruler. I marked out 1.5 inches. Okay, and I stop at the 1 inches I came up. Now I am going to be carving out the style that is on this center front of this gown. You know, my own is going to be a little bit curvy, a little bit slanty. So I'll be drafting out the way I wanted my own shape to be, because I wouldn't want my cleavage to show. But before I do that, I'll use my marker to outline all the lines. I am now ruling out the 1.5 inches I marked inward like this on the center line for us to see it clearly. So after that, I'll mark out the neckline, the 7 inches I came down from the shoulder. I'm just ruling out the line for it to be more visible. So like I said before, I am going to be placing my ruler, my French curve like this in a curvy way. I wanted it to have this V-shaped neckline, but it's not going to be that much V-shape. You saw the way I placed my ruler. I am going to like mark it out with my pencil. My own is not going to be too exposed, because of the picture we are recreating, the style has the opening is too much, guys. It's too much for me. Okay, so I just connect it in a curvy way and slant it a little, like what I have there. From the center point is one and the 3 inches, sorry, 1.5 inches. Let me just call it 1.3 inches. Okay, now from this down part here that I'm marking, I am going to be sketching. Like I will first of all curve it out a little from this down part here. From that 1 inch I came up with, I am just sketching out the design that I want. From that 1 inch on the down part, I curve it out a little and I am just marking it to meet to this 7 inches I came down with. Don't worry, you are going to see it very well, see the line and see how it looks like. I'm just trying to sketch something out because I wouldn't want my own to be too open. I'm just sketching out a little something there. So that is how you can get this design perfectly well. Okay, if I wanted it to be too open, I would have um go in a little bit, but if you watch what I'm doing right now, I didn't go much inside. Like what I have here is about from the 7 inches I begin to come in. Like from that 7 inches I came in with 1.5. You can see the line right now. So I have a little distance there. It's not even up to 1.5, 1.5. Like from that down part I have about 0.3 inches. Then when I go up, it begins to expand. It begins to expand. So you can see the shape that I have right now. I'm still sketching it out for us to see how it's going to be looking like. Okay, so if you wanted yours to be too open, what you have to do is to like start from this place and curve it out to meet that 1.5 inches I went inside. Then you begin to come in like this. You will come in and curve it out to the center point like this. So if you want your own to be too exposed, make sure that your curve, your sketch is a little bit bigger than my own. So that will be all for it. I am done. So what I have, the sketch that I have, I love it. I'm going to go ahead and label my chest line, this place, bust points and under bust. I have my reason for that. I'll still explain it. I labeled that place the chest line, the bust point and the under bust. I went ahead and labeled the inside again. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. Because that place I use my pencil to sketch out, guys. The place I just labeled chest line, bust point and under bust, I am still going to make use of it. To avoid confusion, that is why I label it. Okay, you still understand. Now, like I said, I am only teaching this upper part of this gown. I will not be teaching the down part because the down part is a gathered part. It's very, very simple. What I'm just teaching is how you can achieve this upper part very well. Okay, it's at least it will save me time to teach other tutorials. Remember that we have so many tutorials here, so I'll be only teaching this upper part here. Now I am cutting the stylish part like this. So I'll just keep this aside because it's still important. Now I'm going to go ahead and open it up so you can see how the shape of mine came out. If you loved how I did my own, you can go ahead and do your own like that. But if you don't want it, just go ahead and slant it with that 1.5 inches I came in. But remember, if you cut it with 1.5 inches, guys, it's going to be like 3 inches wide open. Now while cutting on your fabric, make sure you add your allowance on that center part and on the place you are going to be joining your princess, that's busty. So if you like, you can go ahead and cut it out. Now I'm going to be showing us how you can attach the strap using this paper that I just cut out. Remember, I said that we should keep it aside. I have now gone ahead to open that paper that I just cut out wide open. Now I am going to be ruling it out for us to understand what I am making. I want to achieve the stripe, like that tiny stripe design that was attached on this front line. It's like three of them. Yes, I have 3 of them. Now the upper part, which is the chest line, I have opened that paper and I measured. I have about 2.3 inches there. I am going to cut a stripe of 2.3 inches. Then let's assume this is that stripe. After cutting, I am going to put it there. You see the purpose of that paper. Now I will go down to the bust. So my own, I have about let me just call it 1.2 inches there. I'll measure a stripe of 1.2 inches, cut it out, then put it there. My stripe is going to be starting on the under bust, one on the under bust, one on the bust point, and one on that 7 inches I came down with. So that 7 inches is the place I mark the chest line. Okay, so the down part on right now is the under part. I am going to measure the under part. Whatever I have, I'll measure it on the stripe. That is, it's going to be the length of the stripe. I'll put it there. Now, this is how the front is going to be looking like. Remember to add your allowance on this center front and on the side front of this of paper while you are cutting your fabric on your fabric, and make sure you cut out your lining like this so that you can be able to turn it up after placing your stripe on it. So now I am done with the front. I'm going to be heading over to the back. The back does not have much work, much thing to do with it. So I have my pattern paper and I have gone ahead to cut out. You can see it. I have my neck depth of 2 inches and width of 3 inches, and I put down my nipple to nipple measurement and connect it to the armhole that I came down with 4.5 inches. I also have a tutorial on how to cut back of princess darts like this on my channel. If you are watching me from YouTube, you will see it on my channel. From Facebook, you will also see it here. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next tutorial, guys. Please, the only thing you can do for me here is to like my videos and also share this video so that every other person will learn from it. And don't forget to do your zip tightening like I always do. I will remove 1/2 inch from the waistline and connect it neckline way like you see me cutting out here. Okay guys, please make sure you do your own. Make sure you cut your own. The back is just simple. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.